Greetings, viewer. This is Lesbionic Simmer, and I will be undergoing my first Sims 4 challenge. What is this challenge, you may ask? Why, it is the Serial Killer Challenge. Basically, the goal is to kill as many Sims as you can within 3 weeks. Here are the rules. You can't ask Sims to move in so you can control them. You can't use any mods that would initiate certain death. And you can't go to another world, make friends with someone, and invite them over. You must bring them inside from your street. So when you are setting up your sim, you must make sure that the lifespan is set on long. They have to be a young adult and have the evil trait. The other 2 traits can be anything you want. You can also place your sim on whatever lot you want, but as long as you make sure that you have enough space for rooms to lock your sims into. And then money cheats are only allowed at the beginning of creating your house. So the gameplay should include just waiting outside your lot until you get a passerby. Then go ahead and talk to them. Once the option is available, you can invite them into your house and lure them into whatever little dungeon you've got set up for them. Once you have them in there, have your sim leave, delete the door, and they are trapped. You can either just starve them out, you can have them drown, you can have them die by a cow plant, which would get you extra points if you take that route. And then once that sim is dead, you move their grave into a graveyard you should have set up at the beginning of your game. And once you have that, banish their souls to the netherworld. At the end of the game, you can count how many Sims you have killed by counting the number of graves in your garden, or you can count the number of ghosts in your relationships bar. Remember, do not leave your lot while you have Sims trapped in your house. If you do, you will come back and they will all be gone. You can, however, save your game and exit your game completely. When you come back, they should still be there. So don't worry if you have to stop playing for whatever reason. When you come back, they'll still be there. Just don't go to another lot. The additional objective is to try and make children with as many of your victims as you can. This is not required in the game, but it will give you a heck of a lot more points. If you do run out of space in your family, you can kill a child and their scoring will still count. Make sure you look after your child, because if it dies without you intending to kill it, you will be penalized for it. You can't make more than 1 baby with each of your victims. But I guess if you have multiples, like if you have twins or triplets, I don't think you can be penalized for that. Alright, so the scoring goes like this. You get 50 points for every sim that dies. Add another 30 points to that if they die by cow plant. 60 points for becoming best friends with the Grim Reaper. And then 90 points for every child you make with your victim. The penalties are -100 for using any cheats during the challenge, -100 points for breaking any rules, and then -90 points for any baby that dies without being killed. Alright, that's it. So now that we've got all the rules straightened out, now it's time for me to introduce to you the sim that I have made for this very challenge. So here is Lavinia Fisher. I have named her after one of the first recorded female serial killers in the US. Let's see here. This is some custom content that I will try to find and link it to you in the description. Here's her everyday attire. Her formal, athletic, and, well, you can't see it because of her hair, but the shirt says, "I regret nothing." Let's see here. Then her underwear, or sleepwear, I shall say. Here's party. And swimwear. Most of this you probably won't even be able to see in the game, just because she's gonna probably be in her everyday most of the time. Either that or sleepwear, or occasionally some swimwear, but just figured I'd let you see everything that I have set for her. And as for her traits, she is a serial romantic, because I mainly just wanted that for the alluring attribute, so that I thought it'd maybe be easier for her to create some little babies with her victims. She's a genius, an evil genius actually, and she is self-assured. Alright, there she is. I believe it's her hair and her dress and some of her clothes from the other outfits that are in custom content. Like I said, I will try to find links to all those custom contents and put it in the description. If there's something I can't find, I might not put it in there, but as I do, I'll keep searching and see if I can come up with it. Alright, so let's take a look at our house, shall we? Okay. So here I'm gonna put the walls up. Alright, there is the outside. I did also put in a couple of parks nearby just so it's easier to lure Sims, and I can stop by where they're playing chess or grilling or something. I'll make it a little easier. I know it's a little hard to see the front just because of this roof in the way, but here, let me go into the back. Alright. This is where I'm going to be having the graveyard. And beside this little porch thing here, I've got a gate down to the basement, which is my makeshift dungeon. And then back here, this is where we're going to be making some babies. Hopefully, we'll see if that ever actually happens. But to make it a little easier, I put a little dungeons to the side with access doors to them. So as soon as the deed is done, just put the guys right in there. And then, yep. So I've got a lot of rooms here. I'll probably turn a few of these into some pools. We'll see. That'll make things go a little faster, I think. Here is the first floor. I decorated most of this myself. These two in the corner are, on the other hand, are styled packs that they had in the vampire package, I believe. But yeah, here's a dining room, kitchen, bathroom, little kind of living room area. Then a little sitting area here, organ room, little fireplace study thing. Up here is another bathroom, sitting area. Her bedroom is a little bare, but I kind of got tired of decorating after a while. The downstairs took freaking forever. And then a little child area. And then they've got a little play area here, and here's a little study for her. And then right here is another little access point to the basements, just so that she didn't have to lure the Sims all the way around the whole freaking house, which would have taken a lot longer. Alright, and that's about it. Most of the rooms, I'd like to make a note that I made it so only she has access to them, just so Sims aren't wandering about the house and yet again taking it longer to get them to the basement to be locked up. Alright, and then so I think that's about it. I guess that means it's time to start playing. Start luring some Sims to their certain doom. Alrighty then.